In this microlearn, we will be discussing workplace etiquette. Specifically, we want to take some time to point out what is and what is not acceptable to talk about at work. Some topics, while seemingly harmless, can cause a great deal of problems. We will be identifying some of those topics you should try to avoid at work and some of the reasons why you should avoid them. There are some generally understood topics that it is a good idea to take the time and avoid discussing. Perhaps the most common topic is your health and medical issues. People often want to ask us about issues affecting our coworkers. It is general human concern and caring for those close to us. However, it can be very problematic when employees share too much. Also, it can be seen as a violation of someone's privacy rights and a violation of federal HIPAA laws. Talking too much about your health could also cause supervisors to view you in a less favorable light because of the medical condition. Do not put each other in this position. Another topic off limits at work is risque jokes. While they can be seen as light and fun, they are rarely seen as such from the outside. There's nothing wrong with your sense of humor if you are offended by sexual jokes. They can be graphic and shocking. They can be demeaning and reinforce negative stereotypes. They can make you feel self-conscious and defensive. They can also be a gateway to unwelcome sexual advances and other forms of sexual harassment. The bottom line is we cannot and should not allow sexualized jokes or obscene language in the workplace if a reasonable person would be offended or intimidated. You may think of your current job as a stepping stone to something bigger and better. There isn't anything wrong with that. However, try to keep it to yourself. Talking about your ambitions will, for good reason, make your boss and your coworkers question your loyalty to them. Some coworkers may even resent you. If you are interested in advancing within Pinal County, do your job exceptionally well, and of course, let your boss know that you want to move up through the county's ranks. Your actions will speak for you. Negative gossip can create productivity issues because employees feel the need to engage in CYA behavior. Morale issues because employees come to distrust each other and the management team. Employee engagement and turnover issues because high-performing employees will look for jobs elsewhere. Even liability issues where pervasive gossip is deemed malicious harassment. The bottom line is, office gossip creates an environment no one wants to work in. Two topics are closely related because they involve money. The first is your salary. It's demoralizing for you and your colleagues. Simply put, it can be a gut punch to find out that a coworker is making more money than you are. And the same goes for spilling the beans about your own salary. You'll draw conclusions based on incomplete information, and it's very rare that you will ever have two coworkers who have the exact same job, background, and level of experience. Essentially, it's virtually impossible to make an apples-to-apples comparison when it's based around salaries. The other money-related issue is your finances. Do you really want people to know just how broke you truly are, or whether you're wearing designer shoes or scrounging to buy a soda? The only one who needs to know what's in your wallet and bank account is you. This usually breeds resentment and jealousy. It's a topic best left unsaid. Don't ever discuss details about your sex life. Really, there's no reason for anyone to know what goes on between you and your partner or partners. The topic of conversation makes many people squirm and can make your relationship with your coworkers awkward. Furthermore, it feels as if someone's intimidated or thinks you have created an offensive work environment. They may have grounds to file a sexual harassment complaint against you. If you genuinely need to confide in somebody other than your partner, a good friend will do. Politics is probably a more volatile topic than any other. It causes tempers to flare and has ended relationships, even between close friends and family. Given the amount of time you spend at work and the need to get along and work side by side with your colleagues, having conversations about it is just not worth it. While you may feel strongly about your party or your candidate you support, or you may have an intensely unfavorable opinion about the opposition, please do not share these feelings. Don't talk about them at work. It can only cause problems. And finally, conversation is inevitable when employees spend 40 plus hours together with each other on a job. This may turn the office into a home away from home and coworkers into confidants. Unfortunately, this kind of environment is certain to produce chatter that veers into the personal realm. Under most circumstances, this talk isn't well suited for those looking to present themselves as professional leaders. Leave your problems with your relationship out of it. Thank you for watching this microlearn.